Hello and welcome to a new episode in Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present them stories drawn from our folk tales and lessons in history which are anchored on moral values. We think that these stories contain tremendous amount of teachings which our young children and adults can inculcate into their lives and become stronger and better human beings. Today's episode is focused on something that we encounter almost every day of our lives. We see so many of our friends, relatives, people that we know of give up so easily. They've been trying very hard, trying for a long time, and then they give up because they think that it's not worth the effort anymore. You try to secure a position, you try to secure certain kind of marks in an exam, or you are trying to achieve certain tasks and you are not able to finish them successfully, and you feel very disappointed, frustrated in life. What do you do in those situations? I came across a beautiful story, a folk tale, and I thought that it has got teachings that many of us should reflect on. Let me recount it. Once upon a time, there were some rabbits living in the jungle. They were chased by a pack of wild dogs. They naturally ran to protect themselves. And they ran, and finally the wild dogs could not catch the rabbits. The rabbits were saved. The rabbit sat down and took a sigh of relief and then started discussing. They thought that they are so small, insignificant, powerless animals that they don't have sharp claws, they don't have sharp teeth. They are always being pounced upon by other wild animals. So they were thinking that is this life worth living? They all had lost hopes. They thought that they should take some new life. They wanted to end their lives. They went to a pond which was in the jungle and wanted to drown themselves and die in that pond. As they all reached the pond, they saw a gang of frogs who were on the bank of the pond. They all jumped back into the water, hurriedly seeing these rabbits. One of the rabbits spotted this and told the other rabbits, "Did you see this?" All of them started thinking about it, and they realized that the frogs were actually scared of the rabbits, and that's why the frogs went into the water. Then they started realizing that there are even smaller and less powerful animals in this world than themselves. So there is no point of giving up their lives just because the dogs are chasing them. So they went back to living life the way they did earlier. What does this folktale tell us? It just tells us that there will always be people who have more capability, more strength, or maybe better luck than we have. And it just happens. We just need to do our best. If you really reflect on the Bhagavadgita, which is the compilation of the teachings of Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna, what happens in that Mahabharata war? You can consider it as mythology or history. Arjuna stares at his enemy, looks at the enormous size of the enemy, and looks at each of the great warriors in the enemy side. They're his seniors, his teachers, the people that he has looked up to, the people who have inspired him. There are relatives, there are people of his son's age who are inspired by him. He says that I can't fight this war because who am I going to fight this war for? I may lose, I may win. If I win and I survive and I take charge of this whole big kingdom, who am I going to share my happiness with? And he thinks if he loses this battle, there is nobody that he can share his thoughts, his feelings with. Then why this war? Then Lord Sri Krishna advises him in multiple ways. One of the most popular verse which is there in Srimad Bhagavadgita says that you just do your duty, do not look at the results. That particular verse has got another sentence. Each verse has got two lines. One line translates to do your duty, do not think of the results. But the second line, many of us ignore the meaning of the second line, which is equally intense and powerful. What does the second line say? The second line has got two parts to it. One part says that do not think that you are going to be doing everything on your own. Don't be under the impression that you are the doer and you are doing everything in this world. Just imagine that you are an electrician or you are a plumber, you are an engineer, you are a doctor, you are a lawyer. You are using some tools, some knowledge, some equipment. You are taking the help of others to be successful in your own field. Similarly, you as a warrior, Arjun, are going to take help of so many others. You are going to do your bit of duty. There are many other people who are going to assist you irrespective of the result that you are going to get. So do not be under the misimpression or the wrong impression that you are the doer and you are producing the results. That's one part of this second line in that verse, which is very powerful and which inspires us to not give up. We have to keep doing our duty. Results are not in our hands. And the second bit is again for the people who say that if the results are not in my hand, why should I keep on doing my duty? The results are possibly fixed by someone else. Then I need not do any action. I can be in a state of inaction. I can be lazy. If I am a doctor, I don't have to consult patients. If I am an engineer, I do not have to really build anything, design anything. If I am a chef, I'm not going to cook anything. Let me just lie around, and if the results are already fixed, it will come. That's the second part of this second sentence in that verse. It says that do not slip into the state of inaction. We have to keep doing our duty without thinking about this result which is going to come. Of course, we will hope that the best will come. But sometimes you just simply don't achieve the results that you tried for. Sometimes you will lose, sometimes you will gain, sometimes the results will be average. Neither it will be very good nor it will be very bad. But you just keep doing it. You do not have to give up your life. Like the folktale, the rabbits understood that there are some who are worse than them. There are some who are better than them in terms of strength and power. But that doesn't take away the responsibility of living life to its fullest. Try to unleash the potential that one has. I think, ladies and gentlemen, this particular story and the Bhagavad Gita, the verse which is there in Bhagavad Gita, present us with extremely valuable lesson. I look forward to our future conversations. Thank you.